Let's be honest, most diets are designed to fail, so let's just forget about them. Today, we're doing something different. We're building your personal nutrition playbook, a game plan that's actually sustainable and designed to work for you, for life. Ready? Let's dive in. It's the million-dollar question, right? We've all been there. You start out super motivated, you're on top of it for a week, maybe two, and then, boom, life happens. Progress stops, and you feel like you're right back at square one. It is so frustrating, but I need you to hear this. It is not your fault.
See, here's the real problem. Traditional diets are all about restriction and willpower. But guess what? Willpower is like a battery, and it eventually runs out. Real, sustainable results don't come from forcing yourself to do things. They come from building smart, repeatable systems. And that's exactly what we're building today. A playbook that fits into your life instead of fighting against it.
So, where do we even begin? Well, every single great strategy starts with knowing your starting point. You just can't improve what you don't measure. So our very first move is to gather some honest, totally judgment-free data about where you are right now.
Okay, get ready for this, because it's kind of wild. Study after study shows that most of us, myself included, underestimate how much we eat every day by a staggering 30 to 50%. Yeah. That little handful of almonds, the oil you cook with, that splash of cream in your coffee, it all adds up. Without tracking, we are literally flying blind.
So how do we get good data? It's actually pretty simple. First, you gotta log everything. Be honest with yourself. Second, accuracy is key. A cheap food scale will become your best friend, I promise. Third, track as you go. Don't wait till the end of the day to try and remember everything. It only takes a minute. And maybe the most important rule of all, no judgment. This isn't about being perfect, it's just about awareness.
Look, I get it. The first few days of tracking can feel like a chore, but you have to trust the process. Just like any new skill, it gets way easier and faster. Pushing through those first 3 to 5 days is what builds the foundation for everything else we're about to talk about. Stick with it.
Okay, so we've got our data foundation locked in. Now it's time to talk about mastering your macros. Think about it like this. If calories are the total amount of gas in your car's tank, then macros, that's protein, carbs, and fats, are the type of fuel you're putting in. And putting in the right mix, well, that makes all the difference in performance. For most of us who are aiming to lose a bit of fat while keeping our muscle, this 40-30-30 split is pretty much the sweet spot. The high protein keeps you full and protects your muscle. Then you've got moderate carbs and fats for steady energy and to support all your crucial hormone functions. See? It's all about finding that balance.
And hitting these numbers doesn't have to be some complicated math problem. Simple little swaps can have a huge impact. Just look at this table. Swapping your regular yogurt for Greek yogurt, boom, massive protein boost. Trading rice for cauliflower rice, you just slashed your carbs. These are the easy wins that really start to add up over time.
Now, if you only remember one thing from this whole section, let it be this. Protein is the priority. Protein is king. Seriously. It builds muscle, it keeps you full, and it actually boosts your metabolism. If you can just focus on nailing your protein goal every single day, you'll be shocked at how the rest of your nutrition just kind of falls into place.
All right, so we know what to track, and we know what to eat. Now for the fun part. Let's build the systems that make it all happen almost on autopilot. This is how we go from knowing what to do to consistently doing it, especially when life gets crazy busy.
The 90-minute meal prep system is an absolute game changer. You just invest one block of time, say on a Sunday afternoon, and you eliminate dozens of decisions you'd have to make during the week. You cook your proteins, cook your carbs, portion them out, and just like that, you have healthy, delicious meals ready to grab and go.
But what about going out to eat? I hear ya. You don't have to give up your social life. You just need a system. Let's take this Mexican food example. Instead of getting that giant burrito bomb, you order the fajitas. You load up on protein and veggies, and like you see on the table, you swap out the heavy stuff like cheese and sour cream for salsa. Trust me, every menu has a healthy option if you know how to look for it.
And this part is so important. You have to own your choices with confidence. Asking for the sauce on the side or for your chicken to be grilled instead of fried, that's not being difficult. That's being intentional about your goals. Remember, at the end of the day, you're the one in control.
So we've made it to the top of our playbook pyramid, the mindset. This is the glue that holds everything together and makes it truly sustainable for the long haul. Because perfection is not the goal here, consistency is.
The 80-20 rule is your ticket to freedom. It's simple.
80% of the time, you're eating foods that fuel your body and get you closer to your goals. The other 20%? Well, that's for the pizza, the ice cream, a glass of wine with friends. It's planned, it's totally guilt-free, and it's what makes this whole thing enjoyable enough to stick with.
And hey, even inside that 20%, you can make smarter choices that satisfy those cravings without totally derailing you. Check out these swaps. Craving ice cream? Try a bowl of frozen Greek yogurt with berries. It is an amazing, high-protein substitute that will totally hit the spot.
Okay, let's talk about our final and totally optional layer, the finisher. Think of supplements as the final polish on a car that's already well-built and running smoothly. They are not magic, and they will never, ever make up for a poor diet.
Just notice how simple the essentials list is. Forget all the hype. Don't waste your money on things like fat burners or detox teas. Just focus on the proven basics. Maybe a protein powder to help you hit your daily target, omega-3s for brain and heart health, vitamin D, and magnesium. That's it. That's the list.
So the bottom line is this. You have to earn your supplements. Get your food right first. Get your training right. Get your sleep right. Then, and only then, should you even think about adding these tools to optimize things. They support a great plan. They can never, ever replace one.
And this right here, this is the whole point. This entire playbook, it's not about being perfect or restrictive. It's about building a positive, healthy, and powerful relationship with food that serves you for the rest of your life. When you can do that, that's the real win.
So I'll leave you with this question. What's one small change you're going to make today to start building your playbook? Will you download a tracking app? Maybe swap out your normal yogurt for Greek yogurt, or just plan one healthy meal. Pick one tiny thing and start right there. Your journey begins with that very first step.